Hey guys, how you doing? It's your girl Lisa, the melanated medicine woman, back with another video. How you guys been? I got some good feedback, guys, from Tarot Tuesday last week, and it sounds like a lot of you guys like that 15-minute time, for the video. Not too long, not too short, but like around 13, 15 minutes. All right, so I'm going to keep Tarot Tuesdays at like the 15-minute mark, and I'm going to just give constant quality content. All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about the current planetary alignments and how they are affecting us. And of course, it's Tarot Tuesday, so I have to reference a tarot card or, do like a general reading for the collective. All right, so we'll just see where we are on time. Okay, so let's talk about some planetary alignments that are affecting us. Okay, so we have quite a few. I'm going to focus on one, but I'm going to mention a few. All right, so right now we have 4 planets in retrograde, including Mercury. And Mercury going in retrograde, that affects communication, that causes us to go inward. Also, we might notice exes, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends popping up. It just happens when Mercury is in retrograde. It's crazy. We might notice that communication being interrupted, not only having disagreements or misunderstandings in relationships, but also your phones and TVs and devices kind of messing up too. So that's going on. Also, Mars went back into the sign of Aries 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? I think it was like June 26th. And that's going to be a 6-month transit. So that we're all feeling that. Okay. But I'll explain that in another video because that transit is going to last 6 months until January. So I have time to talk about that with you guys. We also just had a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and that was on July 5th. And then on July 4th, we had something that was super cool called a planet parade. And that's when all of the planets in the solar system are lined up in a single row. So for observers, that was amazing to see. But today we are going to be talking about the current moon phase. Okay, so the moon right now, remember how, last week the moon was in very watery and emotional Scorpio. Remember we talked about that? Well, today the moon is in Aquarius. And Aquarius is an air sign, so it's everything but emotional, okay? So when the moon transit is in Aquarius, guys, we tend to, we want to be individuals, you know what I mean? We want to break out of the box. We want to explore new ideas and beliefs. We want to make a difference, right? We want to make our mark on society. We want to leave this place a better place than than we found it. So that's Aquarius is the future. Aquarius is the revolutionary, right? So in the words of the late and great African-American novelist and playwright and poet and activist James Baldwin, he said, the future is like heaven. Everyone exalts it, but no one wants to go there right now. Now, for those of you that know James Baldwin, you know that was a pretty powerful statement. And for, what he believed in and what he stood for, what he wrote about, it was pretty profound, right? But at the same time, it was inaccurate in regards to Aquarius, because Aquarius is the future. Aquarius not only wants to be in the future, but Aquarius is the sign of the future. Aquarius is innovative, right? And Aquarius is the visionary. Aquarius is about invention, about information, about internet, about, modern science, about aerodynamics, futuristic thinking, that's Aquarius in a nutshell. So, so Aquarians, think of the Aquarians, guys, or my Aquarians watching this. Just think about it. And let me know if I'm accurate. Let me know if this is resonated, if it's hitting at all. But Aquarians, they pride themselves on being different, right? They're weird. You know what I mean? In a good way. They want to be weird. They want to be different. They want to be set apart from others. They're eclectic, they're eccentric, they're quirky, they're odd. You know what I'm saying? That there's this one word that sums them up, and that is non-conforming, or no, unorthodox. But I mean non-conforming also, like down with the establishment. You know what I'm saying? That's Aquarius, right? That's the future. That's revolution, right? We got to change this stuff up, but unorthodox is what sums up Aquarius energy, right? Aquarius rules the 11th house of the zodiac. So that is friends, groups, community, like the collective, right? So you'll notice that, Aquarians, they're like the life of the party. Everybody loves an Aquarius, right? They're friendly, they're outgoing, but at the same time, they're also detached and reserved. Okay. And the reason why they're detached and reserved is because of the planets that rule Aquarius. Remember last week, guys, we talked about, the two planets that ruled Scorpio. We were talking about Mars and Pluto, and how that played into, like, you could see that influence in the Scorpion's personality. Well, the Aquarius is ruled by, two planets, and that is Uranus and Saturn. So that detached part of the personality, they get close, but just not too close, right? That's Uranus. And the reserve part is due to Saturn's influence. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. They tend to be very, reserved, right? So anyway, so that's why you see that with Aquarians. I always say that the Aquarius woman, she will fall in love with mankind, as a whole, the collective, before she'll fall in love with a man. She'll fall in love with her ideas before she'll fall in love with a person. She'll fall in love with her purpose and her passion before she falls in love with romance. She's a true sapiosexual. He's a sapiosexual. Aquarians, they're very intellectual. So you have to stimulate their minds, to get on their level, because they're very intelligent. They just are. And they know they are, they're true knowledge seekers. Okay. But at the same time, I will say that Aquarians they may have a built-in distrust for feelings and emotions. Okay. So a lot of times, like for instance, you might know that, or you might notice, men might be drawn to an Aquarius woman, because of the challenge, she makes him think on his feet and stuff like that. But then when they get together, he'll have this need for her to feed him in that emotional way. But she intellectualizes. So she'll intellectualize, he might, like, for instance, he might want her to come from a heart space in a conversation. And she's coming from a head space. And that's just who she is. I love Aquarians. Hey, Aquarians, I love you guys. My Venus is an Aquarius, so I very much can identify with this. And I love all things different, things weird, eclectic, eccentric, unpredictable. I love that. I'm attracted to that. But anyway, getting to the tarot, Aquarius is represented by the Star card. Look at this card. This card is the water bearer. A lot of times people think that Aquarius is a water sign because of the symbolism of the water bearer. But no. But when this card comes up in a reading, it means renewal. It means, it means hope. It means faith. It means spirituality. It means a better future. So this card is a very, very good omen. It's a very good omen. So anyway, that's Aquarius, and this is the tarot card representing Aquarius. Remember, guys, that song. Some of you will, and some of you won't. But this song called "The Age of Aquarius" by Fifth Dimension. They made this in the '60s. The hippie movement, the video, the age of, I'm not going to sing it, but trust me, you guys don't want me to sing this song, but the age of Aquarius, how they were all getting along. It was peaceful. It was beautiful. And that song, The Age of Aquarius, was about spiritual enlightenment, right? It was about a spiritual evolution, right? So the song was really about merging spirituality with science for the betterment of mankind. Okay, so that's what the song was about. But the actual definition, what is the Age of Aquarius and how do we know like if we're in there? Well, the Age of Aquarius is when the March equinox point in the cosmos moves from the constellation of Pisces into the constellation of Aquarius. Nobody knows when that's going to happen, but some people believe that we're seeing signs of it now, right? So an age or an era, like an age is, 2,000 years, right? So we are still in, or if we're not moving out of, the age of Pisces, right? So the 2,000 years of Pisces. And Pisces is, the symbolism of Pisces is the fish, as is Christianity, right? So even Jesus is, represented by the fish. He was a fisher of men. So it's believed that, mankind will be moving out of the age of religion, the Pisces era, into the age of Aquarius, which is more spirituality and science, right? And so if an age is 2,000 years, then it's not just going to go into a different age, in a day, right? So it's believed that, if there's an age that's 2,000 years and then go into the, the next age, which is another 2,000 years, then the overlap might take like a couple hundred years or so, right? Now, astrology predates Christianity, guys. This could get a little controversial, but I just, but that's what Aquarius energy is. It's controversial, right? It causes people to think outside the box and like just, things that make you go, So astrology predates Christianity by 2,000 years. So it makes sense that there will be some astrological references in the Bible, in the Holy Bible, right? So if we even think about it, we break the word down, Holy Bible, it's derived from the Greek words Helios Biblos, the book of the sun, S-U-N, right? So it's like, wow, okay. So anyway, people interpret the Bible in so many different ways, right? There's some people that they're scholars and they study the Bible for years. They go to school. There's other people that just, read the Bible. Sometimes people want they interpret it from themselves. And some people just, believe the interpretation of the other person that's just feeding it to them, right? So even in the Bible, Jesus said, go find the water bearer. In Luke 22:10, he said, what did he say? He said, a man will meet you carrying an earthen pitcher of water. Go follow him into the house that he goes into. So you guys just exercising this, Aquarian energy, just thinking outside the box. One might think, well, what was Jesus saying? Was he talking about an actual man? Going into the house where they're going to have like the Last Supper, so to speak, right? Was he talking about that? Or when he's talking about the man carrying the earthen pitcher of water, could he have been talking about Aquarius? Could he have been teaching his disciples about the new age that would be coming, about this crucial time in human history, right? About spiritual evolution, preparing them, educating them. Who knows? I don't know. But this is your girl, Lisa, and this is Tarot Tuesday. I'll see you next week. Bye.